Greetings, friends. Form Stoic. Back with another video. Gravy train's got to keep rolling, man. The gravy train must continue flowing. Gravy. So I was a bit conflicted about this video. I kind of feel like, in the spirit of the video, like moving on from things, leaving the past in the past, I shouldn't even make the video. I should just move on from it, leave it in the past. But there's a lot of videos on my channel that are low-key, maybe high-key, for me. I say stuff for me. I want to get something off my chest. I want to vent. I want to put something out there just so I can kind of like work through it, you know? But then, trying to be a good content creator, I try to think, how can this message help other people, or how can other people relate to this message? Well, what's on my mind today is I've been pretty preoccupied with my own world. I'm digging the things that are happening in my life right now. I just released a song, and the way that music has worked on my channel is like I make 5 songs, and then I kind of stop for a while, and then I come back and make another 5 songs, and they always end up in an EP. And this first song that I've released of this cycle, Tales from the Crypt, it's in my shorts if you haven't heard it yet. I feel pretty good about it. And I feel like I'm kind of excited about the music I'm going to make from this point on. But anyway, not going off on that anymore. It's just like I've been preoccupied with my own little world, doing my workouts, doing my thing. Life is pretty good. Well, part of me, focusing on my stuff and my brand is I'm looking through my Instagram, and it has the recommended followers, and people from my past are popping up in my recommended followers. And a lot of times it's just like, oh, whatever, and I look at their profile. A lot of these people got private profiles, which in and of itself doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know why. That's my reaction. I get that kind of little smug smile. It's like, oh, your profile's private, huh? You don't want me to see what's going on in your life. And this video could take a very, very, very petty direction. That's kind of the, like, right there, people could be like, oh man, we're all getting that SpongeBob smile. What it's like, Squidward, you like Krabby Patties, don't you? This video could be very, very, very petty. But that's not what I want this video to be. Really, it's more from a place of like, what people have accused me of. It's like, oh, he's talking about high school again. He's talking about people from the past. But how I can relate this to other people is, the topic is like people from your past, namely people from your hometown. I've been kind of wishy-washy at times on my channel. Sometimes I've made it sound like it's a mistake to leave your hometown, because a lot of people stay in their hometown and they they keep their connections, they get maybe a better job, they work their way up. They were already kind of working their way up with what they had, with what they were building in high school. I mean, a lot of people are already building things in high school, and maybe even before. And I mean, me with music, I had some gigs in my hometown where sometimes I was getting like a $600 check and drinking for free. $600 and drinking for free all night to play some music. And I'm pretty sure I could visualize a world where, maybe I went back to my hometown. I could have still went to music school and then come back to my hometown and play with that band I was playing with there. And maybe we could do that like every other weekend. And then maybe we could do little tours in Alaska. And shit, I was playing in a country band when I was in high school that was getting these $600 checks. Playing 2 different bands that get $600 checks. And so yeah, like there are benefits to staying in your hometown. I've had some commentary on my channel where it's like, the world tells you gotta leave, you gotta be somebody. You see that a lot in the discussions on X. Like, people just end up leaving behind their entire circle. They leave behind everything they've ever built and ever known. And then they kind of get, what I've said about my own life is that I got fed to the city and I had no connections over there. And I've spoken a lot about connections. And I've spoken a lot of bitterness about how, on one hand, people were very judgmental of me and saying this or that about what I did, when the reality was I went over to Boston and I didn't know anybody and I didn't have anything. But then I look at that and it's like, yeah, but you know what? I actually built something over there. Like, I actually made a lot of friends and I made a lot of connections, only to eventually move away from that. But over time, you guys, perspective. I get a lot of people like, oh, you were a Protestant and then you were a Catholic and now you're saying you're a Martinist, which I'm really not. I never got a Martinist initiation. But that doesn't matter. It's just like, he's this, he's that, he's all over the place. And it's like, well, man, your perspective change. Your perspective changes. You learn more as time goes on. I'm still trying to figure it out. At the end of the day, when somebody says they have it all figured out, it makes me tempted to be like, okay, then why aren't you a billionaire? You know? Like, theoretically, on one hand, you have people giving me shit for always changing my perspective. On the other hand, you have people giving me shit for maybe I haven't achieved a lot in life. Well, maybe I keep changing my perspective, and then maybe it's like, oh, wait, it's like this, and then boom, and then I'm prone boning sweeties, and then I'm making money, and then I'm flying yachts, and then I'm sailing on airplanes, on private jets. Maybe, eventually, my perspective shifts, and then all this stuff starts happening. You know what I mean? So this whole, like, oh, you changed your perspective. I thought you were a philosopher. I mean, that's how I see it. Like, when somebody acts like they have it all figured out, it's like, okay, so why is your life a mess? And it usually amounts to some, like, oh, well, we live in this post-apocalyptic, totalitarian, matrix-like world full of conspiracies. And yeah, my worldview is still kind of akin to something like that. It's fucked up out there. It's bad out there. But what I'm getting at here, guys, in this very familiar style of, like, just, like, kind of all over the place tangents, it's like, what's the point? Where's this going? Is that I'm pretty sure my advice for a lot of guys, especially if you're just interesting and deep and you got something to offer and you have a mission in life and you're a chosen one, and like I said in the past, I don't know who's watching this video right now. You might be living in a dumpster, brushing your teeth with garbage. Okay, I have no idea who's watching this video in this particular moment, but I'm going to kind of just speak under the assumption that you're somebody worth a damn. You have to leave your hometown, bro. You have to leave your hometown. You have to move on to something else. And some people stay, and some people it works out, and some people even stay and they go on to do amazing things. But I'm getting to a point where it's like some things need to stop flip-flopping. Like, maybe I'm still flip-flopping in other areas, but some things, it's like, okay, that's been flip-flopping for a long time. And it's just time to put some things to bed. And what I'm getting at here is that some of these people, you know, they pop up in my recommendeds, and it's a blast from the past. But some of these blasts from the past, like, you know, today, the last couple of days, I've been in it. I've been doing my own thing. I'm feeling good about these little things I got going on. And then, oh, look at this jerk off. Look at that jerk off. Oh, look at this person. And a particular person, you open up their profile, and it brings back memories, and it just kind of takes you down memory lane, and then you're scrolling through their pictures, and it's just like, my advice, guys, that I'm thinking, like, for you, for me, is just block those people, man. And I wish there was, like, a different way to do it. Maybe there is. I'll ask Grok about it. Because I don't give a shit if they're looking at my profile. If you guys are looking at what I'm doing, eat your heart out, dude. I really don't care. I don't give a flying shit if people from my past are looking at what I'm doing. But I don't want to look at what you're doing. And because, yeah, sometimes, I'll just be honest, I have a confession to make. Somebody pops up, I look through your shit, and you're not doing shit. And I want to be like, oh, and then I get the SpongeBob Squidward likes Krabby Patty smile, and it's like, bro, I don't want to have anything to fucking do with you. I don't want to judge your life for being unimpressive. I don't want to be jealous of your life, which, newsflash, I never am. I never fucking am. That's just being honest. If you don't believe me, I don't give a shit. I don't want to be jealous of your life. I don't want to judge your life. I don't want to scroll down memory lane. I'm done. I'm fucking done. And yeah, I'll ask Grok, like, is there just some, like, don't recommend me this person thing, so I just don't see them anymore? Because blocking them seems a little bit dramatic. That seems a little bit harsh. But I'm to a point where I don't want these fucking people popping up in my recommended friends. And yeah, maybe the reason that they are is because some of these people are looking at my profile. And yeah, man, I'm still here. And those little smear campaigns, it did not amount to fucking shit. I'm in better shape. I look better. I dress better. Not really. I shave better. I'm better at everything I do. I'm always getting better at everything I do. I feel like I'm in the fucking prime of my life, man. I might as well be 23 years old. But my honest interpretation of 23 years old is like it's not really that impressive. You know, when it comes to like UFC, they start saying like, okay, UFC fighters tend to be in their prime probably like upper 20s. Like 25 to 30 is like prime UFC. That's the mix of skill and physical prime. But guess what? And maybe some of you are wanting to say this to me. This isn't the UFC, Stoic. Yeah, it's not the UFC. And I'm in my fucking prime at 34 years old, dude. I don't really give a shit. Like, oh, you get your ass beat by bantamweights. Like, yeah, I would. I don't care. In life, I'm in the fucking prime of my life right now. Fuck what everybody says about age. And I don't want to look through your pictures and be like, you're not in the prime of your life, and you are an alcoholic, and you're on drugs, and you're this, and you're that. And that is a petty part. There is a petty part of myself that wants to judge people. But sometimes it's like, this guy was kind of a fucking real one. And I'll bet this guy's still kind of a real one. And he also didn't stand up for me. And sometimes I'm looking through somebody's profile and I realize that somebody died. That happens a lot. I'm like, why is this guy getting married? Wasn't he with this girl? And I realized that this guy married with this particular girl like a year ago. It's like, oh damn, he married her? Wow, that's kind of interesting. Like, he always was kind of a cool guy. And it's cool that like he had a cool wife, but why is he getting married again? Oh, she died. And he has this long post about how this girl died. And it's like, you know what, bro? I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I don't want to know about your guys' lives. The good, the bad, the ugly, the impressive, the disappointing. Because I got my own shit going on. And the message I really wanted to relay in this video is like, on one hand, I wanted to say these people were bad friends. On the other hand, I wanted to say these people were bad people. I can't believe how much time I wasted, yada, yada, yada. But what it really boils down to is like, very close to like I wasted a lot of time on these people. But more specifically, it's like, I can't believe how much of my life was completely centered around people who are just nothing to me now. And I don't think it's because I'm this unique freak show. I think that's life for a lot of people. And in terms of relating this with other people, like you out there living your life, doing your thing, you're not around people from the past anymore. If you are, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. I guess there's like a specific audience for this video. But you out there, you've been through some shit, you're struggling, you're trying to figure out this and that and the other. We all know social media sucks. You're doing your thing, you're working on your projects, your mind is moving in the right direction, you're doing the right things. And then, oh, here's fucking so-and-so bringing you down memory lane. Bro, my advice for you, that what I'm thinking for me, is you click whatever fucking social media button makes that person fucking disappear. And you don't fucking scroll down memory lane, and you don't look through these people's pictures, because that happened to me today, and it's been happening on and off, like, you know, for a while. I kind of just, somebody pops up on my social media and I take a look. Maybe I'm judging. Maybe I'm surprised by this or that. Maybe it's kind of fun to catch up on their life. But today hit me in a certain way. And you guys would, anybody from my past watching this, you would have no fucking idea the specific person, the specific profile that, like, if you're trying to figure out who I'm talking about, just, you'll never figure it out. You have no idea. It doesn't matter. A specific kind of memory lane popped up for me today. Not like specific events, just this is a person that I've kind of known of forever, and I compare it to like how I've been feeling, focusing on me, doing my thing, and I don't ever want to feel it ever again. I want to avoid it like the plague. Because yeah, the bottom line is like, this entire world that these people are from was all I knew for the first 18 years of my life. And when I went all the way across the country and started the second part of my life, I was young, I was naive. Now I look back and I realize that like I had all kinds of problems. My fucking dysfunctional childhood and, you know, understanding how fucked up everything and everybody was all started to kind of become clear in my mid to late 20s, and I'm kind of like putting it to bed now. I think I understand all of it. What matters in high school, and as an extension, what pretty much matters in your hometown, really depending where you grew up. If you grew up in fucking LA or New York City, then this isn't really directed towards you. I grew up in the middle of fucking nowhere in a tiny little town. What matters in high school is being normal. It's all about fucking being normal. It's like standing out in the most superficial ways. Like, yeah, being tall and loud and wearing the right clothes and the kind of shit, the kind of person I was. Like, I always stood out. I was always unique. I was trying to like carve out this kind of niche that just wasn't really there in my town. And I think maybe some people who knew me very well maybe looking at me now and they're like, okay, this guy's really like, I saw him trying to kind of fly his freak flag and it wasn't working in our closed-minded little town. And this guy's fucking sailing off into the abyss. He's flying his freak flag now, and he's on his little fucking rickety life raft like he's in fucking Castaway or something. And, you know, maybe 80% of people think he's going to sail off to his death and he's still a fucking joke. But I knew this guy, and you're flying your freak flag in a way that nobody ever really thought you'd be able to do. And, you know, you do you, man. And it's just like, nobody that I know of is anything like me from my hometown. I'm completely fucking different. I'm a death metal drumming, jazz drumming, rapping, author, influencer, and it's been a struggle trying to do any of that shit. And where I'm at now is like, it's still pretty small potatoes. And for a lot of people, there's not really a reason to believe that that's ever gonna be anything. But all that aside, it's like, everybody knows I have resentment about where I grew up. Everybody knows I have resentment about how things went down. And it's like, I don't want to waste another fucking second thinking about these people. And I will, because it's where I come from. Because for 18 years straight, that's all I knew. And when I went off to the other part of the world, I don't even ever think I finished that. Like I said, I was still young and my insecurities started to surface and it started to become apparent, like how many fucking problems I had and how dysfunctional I was. Trying to make it in the Ivy Leagues, dude. I went and did some shit at Harvard. I was meeting people from MIT. I was trying to throw it at girls going to fucking Tufts and Boston College, and, you know, Northeastern and shit, and like fancy pants, ritzy ass Berkeley girls. I was like trying to shoot my fucking shot on the East Coast, and it was like a slow burn. I think my friends on the East Coast knew I was a little bit different, but we played in death metal bands and it was whatever. But it really all started to sink in my mid-20s when I had all that time alone in Vegas. And it's just like, what I realized today, when this fucking social media popped up, and I was like, whoa, I haven't thought about this person in a long time. And I start scrolling down their pictures. It's like, you know what, bro? I get nothing out of this. I get absolutely nothing out of this. It's got me thinking about childhood. It's got me thinking about middle school. Such and such was dating such and such in middle school, and then they went on to date this person, and then they said this to me, and then yada yada, and maybe I could have did this, maybe I could have did that. Oh, they took a picture with this person, and I almost blah blah blah, and this almost blah blah blah, and it's like, you know what, bro? It's just time, guys. It's time. Social media is fucking cancer, and I can tell you what, man, like, I know that not everybody from my past was involved in the little fucking smear campaign shit that was going on in my past. But you got to expect, regardless, that I'm feeling some type of way. And the way that I feel when your profile pops up and I see what you guys are doing now, what you've been doing, and your little kind of like cookie cutter life that like 99.9% of you live in, because that's petty. What I just said is petty. There's layers to it. People are trying to be like, oh, it's because he's this. It's because he's this. It's like, there's layers to it, dude. It makes me feel petty sometimes. It makes me judgmental. It gives me ammunition to judge you. Maybe I could go fucking on a smear campaign. Maybe I could go at everybody and be like, hey, this person said this. And it's like, it brings out ugliness in me. It brings up memories. And I'm thinking about, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. And it's like, bro, you were a fucking little kid. You were a little kid. And it's like, well, now I would do this. It's like, yeah, now you're a man. Now you're a grown-ass fucking man. Back then you were a little boy. And all of these little social politics that I had with all of you, we were fucking kids. I talk about how I look at, like, high schoolers. I think of Boomer Bootstraps lectures. It was like, well, it's your problem, Bucky. You decided that. You were a grown-ass adult when you were 17. Like when I'm talking about student loans. I made a very serious decision with my life when I was 17 years old. And I think about me as a fucking theologian, philosopher, intellectual, how I look at a 17-year-old. They're fucking nothing, dude. 17-year-olds don't know fucking shit. Even if you're like Bradley Uppercrust III from a rich family and you're going to go get a scholarship to be a physics genius, okay, so you're a little bit good at fucking math for a high school. You're not shit. 17-year-olds are little kids. So when I'm thinking high school, when I'm thinking parties, when I'm thinking of what people said at parties, I'm thinking about a bunch of fucking miscreant children. And it doesn't even end there. When I think about guys in their early 20s, because there's a lot of stupid memes going around right now, like, oh, buddy boyos, I'm 22 years old, and is it over for me? Like, buddy boyos, I just turned 26, and a girl at a bar, like, looked away for, is it over, buddy? Like, there's a lot of guys out there who need a lot of help, who need a lot of advice. Sometimes I feel like they maybe need some of my advice. It's not even advice sometimes, it's just like, bro, like, I don't know. I'm still working on it. But the point is there's a lot of memes going around like you have to be this certain guy when you're 21 years old or it's over, buddy boyos. Did it ever even begin if you weren't the fucking man when you were 17? And I feel like with my specific experiences and my knowledge, and I lived here, I lived there, I lived here, I lived there. I tried to be this, I tried to be that. I had these kind of people, I had these kind of people. I was a loser, I was a winner, I was high status, I was low status. People thought I was rich, people thought I was poor. I was a little bit of everything. I've experienced a little bit of fucking everything, dude. I can tell you that this modern shit, like, it's over if you weren't the man when you're 19. I'm in shape now, guys, and I'm figuring it out, but I'm 26. It's like, dude, it's so fucking stupid. And too many of you guys are trying to get other people to make rules for you. And that's when I made the video responding to the guy about my book. He's like, you kept it from us that there's a password. It's like, why are you all hung up on what I said how it works? Like, okay, maybe I think that there needs to be a password, but maybe there doesn't. Maybe it doesn't matter what I think. It's like you're treating me like I'm the cult leader, and you're mad because I didn't teach you the secret way to make contact with an entity. Bro, I made it all fucking up. It's all made up. I'm fucking following my own path. This is what happens when you follow your own path. Other people are like, they start looking at you like you're a leader. Because I've been doing it for so fucking long. And I'm like, oh, you know, one day I just decided, hey, Milton, how's it going? I just fucking made it up. And it's ballsy. And it's like, well, where'd you learn that? Where'd you read that? And it's a combination of a lot of things that I've learned over the years. And people hear it and it's like, you contacted the daemon and you're lying to us about how you do it. And it's like, bro, I fucking made it up, dude. I made up all the fucking rules. And I told you in that video, do whatever you want to do. And so many people won't. It's like, no, but some account on Twitter said that it's over when you're 22. It's like, fuck that guy? In the face? Like, why does everybody want to be told what to do, bro? My whole life, I realized I didn't want to be told what to do. So I fucking flew my freak flag that I had a lot of trouble flying, and I flew it off into the fucking storm. And I'll bet a lot of you out there are really surprised that I'm still going. And you know, you think my new song's fucking dope, don't you? Yeah. Even if you don't, even if you're still trying to cope, it's like, damn, that's a lot better than when we were talking shit when he was 17, when he was 20, when he was 21. I'm still fucking going, and I'm not too old. And fuck, man, this video is just like, sometimes I see somebody's face from the past. I see like the 34-year-old version of you, and it just teleports me to another world. And what I've realized is like I've realized so many times over, and this is the conclusion of so many things on my channel, is like, these feelings you guys have about missing out and blowing it with women, it comes from fucking movies. It comes from Hey Arnold. When Hey Arnold and Doug, same plot in both shows, they have a girl that they have a crush on, and then they make a little bit of progress with that girl over the entire fucking show. And I used to talk like it was some evil plot, like, oh, Freemasons are trying to make you blow it. It's like, no, dude, it's because it's probably sociologists who figured out how to market a show to kids to give you little fucking fuzzy feelings. And your whole life, maybe you're thinking when the social media chick pops up, it's like, oh, well, we were supposed to be together, and I looked at her when we were 17, and I think she popped up because she's thinking about me, and I'm thinking about her, and remember that song, On the Moonlight? Yeah, that's a stupid fucking song by a stupid idiot who learned how to lie to you, and that song was played in a stupid TV show. It's lies. And everything you experienced when you were kids, you were a kid, and everybody was kids, and you're all fucking stupid, and it doesn't really matter. It was random, dude. You want to know who's the man when they're 17? The most fucking normal, the most fucking average, but he's tall. But he's got fucking cool clothes on. But he copied how to act from Sublime, from a combination of like Sublime and maybe watching like Jackass. So he watches like Bam Margera and Jackass, and he wears skater clothes and a Volcom hoodie, and he does stupid fucking stunts with his friends, and then listen to Sublime, and it's like, oh, 40 ounces to freedom, so I drink a 40 ounce, and he's the fucking man in high school, and he gets with the hottest girl. And when you saw that girl that he got with, it was like, I saw her face in a crowded place, because all the music that was on, dude, you know what's the stupidest fucking song in the entire world? Coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. He's touching her chest, Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. Dude, when I was in 8th grade, some older girl that I liked, I listened to that song because that was when that song came out, when I was like summer leading to 8th grade. And I just can't look, it's killing me. Like, fuck that song, dude. It's not my fault that I was so young. I listened to that song and I thought about this girl and like, oh, she's fucking another guy. Like, fuck that song. And it's not even the killer's fault, because that other song, it's like, somebody told me you had a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend. Oh, no, 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 so, no, 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 so, I've got potential. That song's dope. That song is fucking sick. But Mr. Brightside is some fucking pussy shit, dude. And I mean, I like all kinds of emo music. There's lots of cool like emo music. At least just like breakdowns and like sick drumming and screaming and shit. But fuck Mr. Brightside, dude. I don't even really remember how I got on that. But that's your life. When this random person pops up on your social media and you start thinking about this shit, and then you start thinking about those songs from the past, you and I collide. I saw her face in a crowded place. Somebody told me. That's the chatty song. It's like, coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Like, everything on the radio from my childhood was trying to program me to be an emotional little fucking pussy. And I think everybody around me was too stupid to fucking fall for it. But I was like creative and talented and high IQ, so it fucking worked on me. Like, you will cry because she's touching his chest now. Like, dude, fuck all that music. Fuck all those people. I'm sorry. Some of you are cool. I don't want to see your shit. I don't want to look at your pictures. You all fish. You all like married somebody who slept with everybody. It's like, clearly I have some feelings. Clearly I have some things I could say. But believe me, dude, like, if you think like your pictures of like what the fuck you're doing now makes me like, ooh, it's more just like, yeah. I don't want to think about that anymore, because I wasn't fucking shit when I was 16. Everybody knew I was short. Everybody knew I was weird. And I think I'm the fucking shit now. And I think that the fucking sky's the limit for me. And the best thing I could possibly do with the energy of this video is share it with other guys who are similar to me. Because everything that's getting spread on X right now is like, buddy boyos, I'm 26. Is it over, buddies? Like, dude, that shit is poison. It's weakness. I feel like I can just read the intentions behind that. They want you to fail. They want you to think you already failed because they want you to fail. Bro, it's a theme in a lot of my videos. It's basically the law of attraction. The law of attraction, the secret, you have to believe it before you can achieve it. There's something about that, bro. My ideology is ultimately a lot deeper than that, but I think that that's kind of a stare on the way to the truth. Is like, bro, if you're buying into all this horse shit online, which is pretty much a psyop, that it's over because of your age, because you weren't the fucking man. The man at 21, at 18, it was random, dude. They weren't smart, they weren't witty, they weren't funny, they weren't interesting. They were the man when they were little boys. When everybody was a little fucking boy. And a lot of these people are talking about how fucking dangerous I am now. That's right, dude. Like, you do not want to throw hands with me now that we're fucking grown-up ass, adult-ass men who have lived and experienced, and you put your body through the ringer, and my body is like, duh! Some of the shit in this video is just shit that I probably like didn't want to say, dude, but it's over. In a good way. I'm never going to have anything to do with these particular people ever again, bro. Like, it's done. It's over. And life is good. And what I'm saying in this video, wow, that was 35 minutes. Wow. Wow. I must have blacked out. That's crazy that it's been 35 minutes already. It's over, bro. I'm going to ask Grok if there's something I can do that's like a little bit less harsh than blocking. But if there isn't, I'm going to fucking block your ass. Anybody from my past that pops up, like from my hometown, not Boston. Boston's fine. But it's over, bro. Like, it's done, dude. I don't fucking care about any of you. I don't get the idea that you guys ever really cared about me. And it would have been really cool if I would have been born in LA. Like what I said earlier, like if you're born in LA, if so-and-so was born in New York, it would have been cool if I was born in LA. It would have been cool if I was born in New York, because I'm pretty sure I could be Sneeko. I'm pretty sure I could be Asmongold. I'm pretty sure I could be somebody a lot cooler than that, like Sonny from First to Last, or Skrillex, or like the drummer from First to Last, or like the drummer for a lot of bands. Because a lot of the bands that I listened to on like drive-through records, they were playing in those bands when they were in high school. And I was good enough to be in a band like that when I was in high school. But unfortunately, I grew up in Kodiak, Alaska. It would have been really fucking cool if I grew up in the real world and I never fucking met any of you. And you guys saw me on TV or heard my drumming on the radio, and I didn't know who the fucking shit any of you were. That would have been really cool. But unfortunately, I grew up around you guys, and in spite of all that, I'm flying my freak flag on my little fucking castaway raft. And I grew up around a lot of people who's like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Yeah, well, the thing is that the lie detector test results are in, and that turned out to be false. You guys actually really do care. You gossip a lot. You kind of became obsessed with my life. Maybe not now, but at certain points, like, people were getting kind of obsessed with me. And I think maybe some of these people who are attacking me behind the scenes maybe are some of you from my hometown. And turns out that, like, you guys do give a fuck. And everything that you did was performative, and you were just trying really fucking hard to be a normie and to be normal. And actually, now that we're adults, you're like, oh, you didn't take the bid in 2020? That's hate speech. You can't say that. He's dangerous. Hey, everybody that I've ever met, let's fucking... Like, you guys actually give a huge fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm the one who didn't give a flying fuck, bro. I followed my dreams into the fire. I followed my passions. I'm in the middle of the fucking ocean. For all I know, bro, there's nothing but starvation and death and loneliness. Or maybe I'm going to find a utopia island where it's like a bunch of naked women with double Ds. Like, welcome to our island. You must impregnate all of us. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's out there. But I've been sailing for a long time. I've been flying my freak flag. And I tried to keep it real with some of you guys. And I reached out to like one guy when I was in Kodiak. And I talked to a couple of people that I knew. You know, I played a show and I talked to my bandmates, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with what anybody said. The one guy that I reached out to, we had a little back and forth, and I'm pretty sure you kept it real. But that would have been the chance. If anybody would have wanted to have been a part of if my life ever gets cool, which maybe it won't, but if anybody ever wanted to be a part of that, it's over, dude. It's over. And it doesn't matter. And a lot of you probably don't care. Good. That's being consistent. Because all of you said that you don't care. I don't believe it. I can see when I was doing my thing, I saw into some of your guys' souls. And I saw that actually you really do care. And you're very performative, and you're very superficial and petty and judgmental, and you like to gossip, and you think about other people more than you think about yourself, and you're fake as fuck. And I think you know that. I think you knew that a long time ago, and there's been a big cloud over my life for a long time. There's been a lot of people trying to cast spells on me and cause problems for me, and the storm is starting to clear. And it's like, oh, wow, he's not the most evil person who ever fucking existed, and he still has no criminal record. And actually, it sounds like a lot of people were really fucking bitter and petty and fake. And they were really dogpiling and jumping on top of something really nasty over some insignificant bullshit that was all blown out of proportion. So when that storm finally clears, it's like, oh, wow, actually, no, he's actually just a multi-talented genius, and he's actually, like, one of the most interesting people to ever come from our fucking town. Don't write, don't call, don't message me. You probably won't be able to find my shit because you will be blocked. And it's not because I think about you all the time. It's not because I'm like, what about this guy who works on a boat and has a million pictures of himself holding fish? Fuck. It's actually because every once in a blue moon, you pop up on my screen, and I don't want that anymore. Because nothing positive can come of it. And yeah, this is a little bit petty. And it does make me sound a certain kind of way. And I'm okay saying that in this video because it's over. Nobody that I knew personally from Kodiak is going to pop up on my social media anymore after today. Everybody who's popped up, it's just gone. And you know where it started, bro? You know where it started? There was one guy who died, who was a really good friend of mine at one period in time. He kept popping up. And every time he popped up, it's like, damn, it's crazy that he died. And I go look at his social media, and there's not one comment. I thought about leaving a comment that's like, hey, man, like, rest easy in the great beyond. And I'll bet people would get pissed off if I would have did that. But, no, you know, it's just like, it occurred to me after, like, the 5th time that's happened. It's like, you know, this guy's dead, bro. And you go through this same thing every time his social media pops up, and it's like, just let it go. And I blocked him. And, you know, it's not like, oh, I blocked you, dead guy. It's like, no, it's just like, it's just, you know, I don't want this account to randomly pop up in my recommendeds anymore because I don't want to artificially be forced to go down that train of thought. And I recommend you guys, anybody who kind of feels similar to me and you're trying to move forward and there's not really much but like not necessarily negative memories from the past. I have good memories from the past. But it's just at this point, it's an imaginary world. It's an imaginary world. It might as well have never even happened at this point because it's so fucking far away and it's so distant. And when I think about it, when I think about that world and I'm immersed in that world, it's like an imaginary, nonsensical fucking world. And I recently looked up somebody who was arguably one of my best friends the other day. And I don't even have anything to say about that. I spoke a little bit about it on the stream today. But it's just like, he's living his life. I don't want to judge it one way or the other. I don't want to be like, oh, he's doing better than me. Or, haha, you're not doing anything. I don't want to do anything. Like, there's the meme where the guy's, like, sweating and he's picking some of the buttons. I want to walk out of the fucking control room, bro. You guys are a memory. And, yeah, in parting, I'm disappointed in a lot of you, bro. I'm disappointed that nobody can be like, hey, you know what? Fuck that. I messaged Jake Shields. I talked to him. And he told me a little bit about what's going on. And, why the fuck is nobody hearing him out? Why is everybody just going off? Like, why are you listening to this anonymous account? How is this anonymous account gonna just feed people some fucking bullshit and you're gonna eat it all up? When you partied at his house, when you knew him for fucking years and years and years and years and years. Because you're fake, because you're boring, and because now you wouldn't even be a fucking thing. You're not even a fucking blip on my radar now. You're not in my fucking world. You could never write a song like me. You could never do anything as good as I play the drums. You could never have a channel like this. You could never, ever do anything that's anywhere even related to my fucking world. So enjoy your boring ass fucking life, man. Because I'm done with you. God bless. And I'll see you guys, the real ones, for the next one. Peace out.